Chad Bishop here, co-creator and star of the internet show Jolean Does It. And welcome back to our 4th Vault series where we're pulling out some of the old videos that maybe you hadn't seen and sprucing them up with a little intro by yours truly and some outtakes at the end. So in this particular one, let me see, we got Worm Tide. Now there was something going on around the time in the ocean called red tide, and Laura's like, we need to do a spoof on that, we need to do a spoof on that. So we came up, what would Jolean do for a spoof on red tide? And of course it's worm tides, worms in the human body, and she has a pill for it, like she has a pill for everything. And again, yeah, we just were trying to film it, and I think my brother was there again, and just wouldn't shut up, I think. That's why I just like to keep the film crew down to a minimal. Because you can't help but laugh. These ridiculous things that we come up with, that I write, and plus having Jolean there, it's just, we just have such a great, awesome time filming. And it's great to look back on these and then look at all the bloopers and the outtakes and see how much fun that we did have. So check out Worm Tide. And again, thank you guys for all the views. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like the video below, and leave a comment below if you want, because Jolean will talk to you. Oh, and the thing is too, because I am a man of many talents, in this particular video, the dress Jolean is wearing, I made that from scratch. And it even has a zipper in it. And any of you know that, so I'm not doing the zipper thing. But yeah, I made this dress for Jolean from scratch, and it was a lot of fun. And I have that actually packed out in California, I think, still. But anyways, go ahead and enjoy Worm Tide. And until next time, this is Chad Bishop saying bye for now. Jolean Thorton here. Now, have you ever heard of red tide and wondered what else is affected during this time? Well, scientists recently discovered this is also the time for worm tide. Worm tide not only produces an overabundance of worms in the soil, but also in the human body. But you ain't gotta worry, not with Worm Tide pill. Now you take one of these little guys during the worm tide cycle and be protected from all infestations. The only side effects are a bloated tummy and an itchy anus. I've got worms, but I'm not worried. Are you? Hi, Jolean Thorton here. Now, have you ever heard of red tide and wondered what else is affected during this time? Well, scientists recently discovered worm tide. Worm tide not only produces an overabundance of worms in the soil. Discovered worm tide. Did I say red tide before? Anyway, worm tide. Now, worm tide is the production, worm tide cycle and the only side effects are a bloated stomach and an itchy anus. I've got worms, but I'm not worried. Are you? The only side effects are a bloated tummy and an itchy anus. I'm tired. Now, worm tide not only produces an overabundance of worms in the soil, but also in the human body. Now there ain't no
Here comes a big worm now. Look at that thing.
What did we win?
Do you get pills for that?
Got pills for your problems, boy. During the worm tide cycle, and it prevents the effects of, I'm losing it, I forgot. Scientists recently discovered worm tide. Did I say red tide or worm tide? I'm sorry.
Worm.
The first time. Worm tide pill. The only side effects are a bloated belly and an itchy anus. I've got worms. Sounds nasty, but you ain't gotta worry. Not with Wormtide Pill. Take one of these little stations. Now the only side effects are a bloated tummy and an itchy anus. I've got worms, but I ain't worried. Are you?